Why is teaching my passion? Why do I do this despite all the challenges? For me, teaching is my passion because I want the world to be a better place for my own kids and my students. I see what is going on in this world and I want to make it a better place. My role in today's learning environment is made up of many different components. As stated by Maria Tejada Delgado in the Role of Teachers video, I think the role of 21st century teachers is multifaceted. We have many roles. There are quite a bit of responsibilities that our teachers have today. When most people think of teachers and what their responsibilities include, they think of the actual teaching process. However, I tend to think of my responsibility in a different way. In BPTS Core Proposition 2, core propositions all focus on student learning and how I'm responsible for that. Proposition 1 specifically addresses teachers are committed to students and their learning. I take this to mean that not only am I responsible for their academic learning, but for their ability to learn and apply everyday skills. I need to teach my kids how to form an opinion and support their ideas. I need to teach them how to act in all different types of situations and environments. I need to model how an adult is supposed to act. Am I responsible for knowing my subject matter? Sure. Proposition 2 states teachers know the subjects they teach and how do they teach those subjects to the students. Do I think this is my most important role? No. As Art Fausman points out, teachers' roles have adapted. We no longer teach just the standards. We are often playing the role of parent, nurse, and social worker to our students. My passion comes from the other part of teaching that I referenced earlier, teaching my kids how to use the knowledge and skills I model for them to work on making change and creating a better community and world for themselves and future generations. In one study about the role of teachers in the future, it was stated, students are expected to be able to use their learning skills of the future comfortably, to reach the information they need on their own, know the ways to obtain information, criticize when necessary, solve the problems they encounter, and cooperate with others by communicating effectively. This is what I feel we need to focus on as teachers. This is my role, to get my students to be active participants in their future. I feel that RWR-COEL professional dispositions more closely align with what I think drives my passion to teach. These dispositions focus more on how teachers should act as professionals, and in many cases, I think these are more important for my students to see and learn. The core areas of professional conduct, professional qualities, communication, and collaboration are what these students are going to need to be successful, competent adults who make change in our community. Often my students are going to go into the workforce straight out of high school. While I think it's important to have a general understanding of the world, which they learn through different subject matters, I think it is equally, or in some cases more important, for my students to see how to act professionally.